tributes to a beloved musical artist.
The Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I am Megan Shepard. It's so great to have you joining us. Bahamians pausing to honor the sacrifices of those who gave their lives in the fight for freedom. During the annual remembrance service yesterday, a member of clergy admonished everyone to show gratitude to the great protector. Italia Hall reports.
The annual Remembrance Day observance kicked off with a march which included students from the various schools and service organizations. The march began at the parking lot of Christ the King, but the youngsters were faced with unstable weather conditions. But despite rain, the march continued and ended at the Mary Star of the Sea Church. The service began shortly after 4 with a procession of flags. Members of the diplomatic corps, senators, parliamentarians, heads of government, members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, veterans of foreign wars, Knights of Columbus, and youths of the various uniform organizations were all in attendance. The congregation then sang songs of praise and thanksgiving. Curate at the Pro-Cathedral of Christ the King, Reverend Marie Roach Hepburn, focused her address on the protection of the armed forces each and every day.
Lest we forget, let us remind ourselves who brought Israel out of Egypt. In fact, who saved us from our own Egyptians. Lest we forget, let us remind ourselves who loved us so much that he sent his only begotten Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. Lest we forget, let us remind ourselves that it is the Lord God of hosts. It is the Lord God Almighty. He is the one who watches over men and women in the armed forces. It is the Lord God Almighty who delivers us from the snares of the enemy. He is the one, my brothers and sisters, who reminds us that the Egyptians that we see today, we shall see no more forevermore.
Reverend Hepburn also reminded them about the significance of the faith.
Christ will come again. Get caught up in being prepared and ready for his return, whether it happens in your lifetime or afterwards, but be assured he will return. How encouraging these words are for those who believe. But it's important to remember that this will only happen for those who believe, those who are Christians, those who have said, yes, I believe that Jesus Christ is the Lord, that he died for my sins.
Wreaths were then laid in honor of those who made the ultimate sacrifice, giving their lives in the fight for freedom. Reporting for ZNS Network News, I'm Italia Hall.
The Minister of Transport evaluating the performance of the Postal Service. He says increasing revenue is a major goal of that government agency. Italia Hall reports.
The minister responsible for transport and local government, the Honorable Frankie Campbell, confirming that there has been a decline in revenue from the Postal Service throughout the country. He says for years now the sector has been suffering and he understands the need for postal services in the country.
In 2012, the post office had a revenue of near 5 million. Last year, it was down to 3 million. And that is owing to the fact that since 2013 in New Providence, the General Post Office have been working half a day. And in more recent times, that is the similar situation here in Grand Bahama. It is as a result of poor working environment. That is the only way to put it. The environments that the postal staff are working in are not conducive for productivity.
Residents continue to complain about the delay in receiving packages and the condition of the post office here in Grand Bahama, but the minister says he is aware and is examining measures to enhance the department.
I personally have had a Father's Day card that didn't get to me until September. So I appreciate the need to improve, and I want to say to the persons in the post office that we are looking at a sustainable change.
Minister Campbell says he believes that going forward, technology will play a major role in improving postal services.
More and more Bahamians are shopping online, and so while revenue may decrease from regular mail, there is that potential to increase revenue on the postal side. There are a number of courier services that are standing in line waiting to enter into memorandums of understanding with the General Post Office. So there is great potential to generate revenue while still providing the customary service of delivering the mail.
Italia Hall, ZNS Network News.
High school seniors to interact this weekend with international college representatives and Bahamian government agencies at the annual college fair hosted by the Principals and Vice Principals Association. It promises to be beneficial for students and parents. The annual Principals and Vice Principals Association College Fair continues to get bigger and better each year. President of the association, Gia Walker, says the event promises to be very beneficial to students as they learn the steps necessary to reach their goals.
This year it's being held on Sunday, November the 19th, and it's going to be held at the BMES Auditorium from 1 o'clock to 5 p.m. So what we want is for all of our high school students who are in grades 11 and 12 to come out, find out what the representatives have available for them from each of the colleges, universities. They can come and they can find out what it is that they can do in order to achieve their future goals.
Tabernacle Baptist Academy is taking the lead in organizing the event. Principal Edward Johnson says that a number of colleges and government agencies will be in attendance.
This year we have over 20 schools involved from all over North America, and we're happy to have some government entities on board. We have the U.S. Embassy that will be attending this year, the Nursing Cadet Corps, the Teachers Cadet Corps, the Royal Bahamas Defense Force, and we're also hoping to have the Royal Bahamas Police Force also present.
Students are strongly urged to come prepared as scholarship opportunities will be available.
We also encourage students to bring all relevant documents and information with them when they come, copies of their passport pictures, a birth certificate, their transcripts, their report cards, anything that they think references, anything that they would need to enter into college, they should be encouraged to bring it when they are there. Also, I'd like to add that there are many scholarships that are given on the spot right there at the college fair at BMES every year. So we encourage every high school student, grade 11 and 12, to be to this year's college fair and don't miss out on this fantastic opportunity.
BTC has come on board as a sponsor. Events and sponsorship coordinator Davina Rutherford is stressing the importance of a good education.
It's something that you should look into as a college degree. Is something that is very important, and once you have it, that's something nobody can take away from you. So BTC is proud to be a part of this event, and we look forward to having an amazing Sunday with all of the students that come out.
In other news, 4 suspects were arraigned before the court on a number of charges. Shannon Johnson, age 25 years, of Limewood Lane, was charged with attempted murder, 2 counts of possession of a firearm with the intent to endanger life, causing grievous harm. 21-year-old Antonio Morley, also of Limewood Lane, was charged with 2 counts of possession of a firearm with the intent to endanger life, causing grievous harm. Claudeville Saint, age 25, of Tasman Circle, was charged with 2 counts of possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life and causing harm. A 17-year-old juvenile was also arraigned on 2 counts of possession of a firearm with the intent to endanger life, causing grievous harm, and causing harm. They were all not required to enter a plea, but was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services until Tuesday, February 27, 2018, for trial. Stay with us, the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues in just a moment.